If you're struggling to have beautiful covers because you know that buyers judge a book by the cover, I want you to watch this video. I've got a tutorial for you on Canva Media Magic. And this allows us to go much faster, to modify, to create our own elements to put on covers. And it is such a fun process. By the end of this video, you will learn how to prompt AI. You will learn some tips and tricks in Canva, and then how to take that to the next level with ChatGPT. My name is Jenny Hansen-Lane. I've made over 6 figures with my books, and I started with blank notebooks, empty, low content, moved into medium content, and did some high content. So I love it all, but I love the design aspect of it. So I'm so glad that you're here. Let's dive in. There has never been a faster time. A time when you can create covers this fast. That's what we're covering in this video, all the different ways to do something with Media Magic in Canva AI. Let's dive in. Okay, so let's talk about why a cover is important. And I just want to help you see how it can make such a big difference for your book success. Okay. So here are the most important things that I want you to remember as we go through this training tutorial. And it is people judge a book by the cover. Okay. We know this because when we run Amazon ads, we get clicks that convert. And if we're getting clicks that don't convert, it means we need a new cover. Okay. So it is like one important thing to remember about a cover is that it's part of the packaging, right? Like it is what makes people drawn to this. So if you've been in the Canva world, you know that you can resize things. If you've been in the KDP game, you know that you have these book templates. And so what we're going to do is use AI in this training video to actually create covers that will convert better, but are more attractive than maybe if we didn't know how to design, or we don't feel like we have the skill set. Okay, so let's dive into this because you're going to come over here to the right hand side and you're going to go to your quick suggestions and you're going to type in Canva. You're going to do Media Magic and you're going to hit enter, and then you're going to slide down to the bottom here. Create Media Magic using Magic Media. Okay, I spelled it backwards. I'm dyslexic. Okay, so inside of here, this is a really great tool. We're going to do a portrait, and we are going to prompt AI into what we are looking for. Okay, so this can really elevate when people say like it's really oversaturated to sell line journals. It's typically because people are just throwing up ugly covers. No pun intended by saying throwing up, but you don't really want to be putting something out there that is not aesthetically pleasing. And with the advancement of AI, we really have no excuses. Okay, so let's go ahead and do something here. Let's do stained glass image of an Easter bunny. Okay, so in previous videos, I showed you how to create a journal and we made it for Easter. We talked about having, maybe it's Easter basket stuffer. And so when we look on Amazon, we can find things that are in demand. But what I really love doing is like, how do we marry two things together? And that's essentially what I like to do with my covers. Okay, let's do stained glass image of an Easter bunny in a field. Bold colors. Okay, so then I'm going to hit enter and it's going to generate an image. Okay, so I'm always blown away by this. I'm always blown away by how beautiful these are. My job now as a self-publisher is like, I also want to customize this to make it my own as much as possible too. So I will take out the background when it makes sense. I will do different stuff to complement this. Because I put stained glass, it really is something that should fit inside of here without like taking out the background. But if I wanted to do an entire branded line around this, I think it would be really fun to use different elements, okay? And let me show you that. I make a copy of this, and then I simply remove background, which is a pro element. And then let's see what it pulls out from this. It might be too close to the front for it to be pulled back. Let's see. We try to do that. I don't think that's going to work. Let me come back over here, and you can actually remove it if you need to, because the background remover was not automated. I would have had to prompt this to say like Easter Bunny more in the forefront. But I actually love this. The reason I did stained glass is kind of that religious vibe of Easter, right? Like it makes it super, super fun. Let's do another one here. I love this one with the rainbow stained glass behind there too. Oh, it's so cool. Okay, so this prompt is pretty simple, and you can be more complex. So like if I was going to do a religious coloring book for Easter, like this would be amazing, okay? Let's think about like other holidays, or let's do something for Mother's Day. Stained glass image of a mom, of a side profile of a mom hugging her daughter. Okay, and I actually love the in a filled mom and daughter towards the front of the frame of the image. I spelled image wrong, but AI is so smart, it's going to be okay. It's going to be able to figure it out. So we're going to let that generate, and you can see that is so cute, right? I could spend all day doing stuff like this because it makes it so fun. Let's go ahead and plug this in. So if I was doing like a line of journals, I could have a really great collection here. And remember, you can change a lot of different things about every single book that you do, right? Like we can change the spine, and we can do the eyedropper, and we can make it match. Okay, so cute. So really what I want you to think about is that this is, let's do a darker blue. Okay, this is really about ideation, right? It's really about what are the clever ideas that I can do to make this work, okay? So now we have a daughter, let's do a son. And let's see what it can give us. We could do a whole line of like Mother's Day things I love about mom, and it has this on there. We can do, I didn't even say it needed to be white people. So that's definitely something to think about for your customer base. In fact, I like, ooh, these are all really cute. That one's really cute. Okay, let's do, and you can see this motif here. I need to center it. So I could prompt more just to make sure that's established, right? So let's do side profile of, let's do Hispanic dad hugging his son, dad and son. Okay, so like these little iterations, if I was going to do like a line of notebooks or prompted journals about like messages to my parents, messages to my dad, this would be super, super fun. Okay. And I might actually, for this one, take them out of the field just to be a little bit more geared toward the audience. Let's see. I love the background of that. Let's do one with in the mountains with a waterfall behind them. The more that you prompt, the more fun it becomes to kind of get things out of your mind. And I will want to edit this. We can go in and we can change the contrast. We can change the coloring on it. And it makes it really fun, right? So let's let this render for a moment. Okay, so I want you to see the power of this. Like you've got to pay attention, right? Because like this AI, look at the arms. No, right? Right. And so having stuff like, I don't even know if this would fit the demographic that I mentioned, but it's a good start, right? And I think that is important. That's important to start leveraging and getting better at like editing things and moving things around. And just remember, like this stained glass, this was one style of art, right? And so that prompted all of this. So let's do something different. Let's do mom with blonde hair, because I had blonde hair when I was little and I still think I have blonde hair, but I don't. Mom and child. And let's actually fix our typo, right? As I make it worse. Image. So funny. Oh, you guys are here for the long call. Okay, here we go, team. Okay, so instead of stained glass, let's do impressionism. Okay. Now, you notice I'm not typing in Claude Monet, right? Or Leonardo da Vinci. I'm not infringing on an artist. I'm using styles of art to do my prompts, right? That is the best way to use AI. So impressionism, okay. And we're going to see what this does. So just keep that in mind, how fun this is when you're able to add more, okay? And let's see. Here we go. Right? Mother, tell me, like, cute. Okay, so that's one. We could do photorealistic. We could do, there's so many options. I wanted to just share this with you just to get things, your juices flowing in your mind. Watercolor, abstract, painting. There's so many options. There's so many options of putting really fun artwork on low content, medium content, and even high content books. This is just the iceberg of what we can do with Magic Media, which I absolutely love. It is one of the reasons that I created 28 books in February, testing this out, testing the waters, and really it's all about the prompt. So you can make this, more customized, more personalized as you get going. You can see here with the painting, I could have described their shirts more, did more contrasty. Like maybe I would have put them all in an orange shirt. Oh, I guess the little boy's pants are in orange. But like you can do a lot. You can do so much beautiful stuff with this that I want you just to be creative, be original, customize enough. Let's actually see if we can remove the background from one of these painted images just to see what happens. I think sometimes like playing around with it can be interesting. Like I actually love this, removing the background. So keep this in mind as you are designing and let me know like what other Magic Media tutorials I can give you. Okay, so real quickly, I want to show you just some additional tips you can use when you're prompting covers with AI. I'm using Grok, which is Twitter's AI, and this is going to sound a little creepy, but it feels a little more human than ChatGPT, okay? Please list all the different type of art forms. I'm thinking of, we're going to use our example, stained glass, watercolors. There's so many, abstractism, like we're going to pull this in. It's going to give us a list that we can use to get inspired for our covers, okay? And you can see that it's breaking it up into different types of forms. Let's actually go a little bit deeper. I have a fine art degree, so let's stick to 2D surfaces. I don't know how else to say that. I would say mediums, I guess is the right word. Okay, and it's going to list this out. Now we're going to go over to ChatGPT. We're going to go back over to Media Magic and pop these in there and just see what type of things that we get that's different than what we've been doing already.